What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Welcome back to No Blood, No Foul. It's your man's Uncle Smooth here, and I got my dogs with me.
Yeah, we in here. Fago the ruler, man.
Sizzle.
Zach. Special guest in the building. Hold on, man.
All the way from the A, man.
All the way from the A. Been in the league, did his time, and, he here to just shed light on, the current state of events and his career. Give it up right now for MarShon Brooks.
Man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In the city, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm loving it, bro.
Okay.
I always feel home when I come to the D.
That's what's up. I feel like I seen you
From
at the
the
crib
D to the
this
A.
weekend.
What they say? From the D to the A.
D to the A?
D to the A, for sure.
You know.
He was in the crib this weekend, right?
Yeah.
He was
What?
there.
Yeah, he was
All
in the
weekend.
crib. Yeah,
How was
man.
on the flyer?
How was the vibes at the
I
crib
ain't
for the
left.
1 year
I
anniversary?
ain't left the crib. We still at the crib.
Oh, you don't know yet?
We kicking it.
No comment. No comment. You know what I'm saying?
Still, we ain't left.
First off, league been going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So before we get in the interview, man, you got any current favorites? Anybody you looking at that you catch on the league pass? Or what's going on?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards.
My favorite player right now.
He one of the coldest right now.
Yeah.
What about
That's my
y'all
boy.
two, bro? I don't never tap in with y'all. Who y'all rocking with right now, bro?
Ja, Ant.
Yeah, I like Ja too. I like Ja.
Yeah, Ja, Ant. Who the third one I like right now?
Shay.
All right, like Ant one more
Shay.
time.
Shay for sure.
Shay.
I'm
Oh,
on Kyrie. Kyrie on some.
On some other shit.
Yeah,
Still.
Kyrie on it. On Kyrie.
Kyrie finished.
That go without
bro.
being said though. Like we
But
ain't
he
got
can
to
tell
talk
he's
about
trying
Kai.
to win. He just trying to win. I just like it. I just like it.
We ain't got to talk about Kai.
Kai go, what's understood don't gotta be explained type shit?
We ain't
Okay.
got to talk about Kai. That shit been going on forever now.
Yeah. At what point you knew you could do this shit? Like, was it like an early thing you knew forever, or did it hit you late?
My story a little different. I was my sophomore year I was 5'10".
Got you.
Then
So
my
you just
junior
hooping.
year I was 6'4". Like it just happened for me like that. Like in one summer I just grew 6 inches. So I always wanted to be, but it was kind of like with a little delusion.
Right.
It was a little delusion, me getting to the league at that point. But then I just grew 6 inches.
And that turns you up.
One summer, I went from shooting floaters to trying to dunk on niggas. That really happened. That was my story.
So you came up around the A. I know you from Jersey, moved to the A, moved to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So talk about that culture and how that's like impacted your game and changed you, your swag and all that on the court.
That dude. What age did you move to the A?
I moved to A when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
But my dad stayed in Jersey. My grandmother, all my family moved. It was just me and my mom when we moved to Atlanta. So
Gotcha.
like every summer until AAU got serious, I would go down there.
Yeah.
Soak up both vibes, so you got a little bit of both situations. Okay.
That explains a lot, doesn't it?
As far as his demeanor,
no,
the
just-
way he act.
A lot of niggas from the A got game, but you do got that extra little shit.
And I got that shit from somebody, like, for real. Let me give him a shout out on the podcast. and goddamn G. For real.
And who's that?
And G.
And G.
They just, and G. They know what I'm talking about.
There's some cats in Jersey.
Yes.
Okay.
Having real, like, you remember when this came out?
Yeah,
Do you really remember?
I do.
All right. Yeah, they put me on that. And I was going back to the A with that shit.
Fucking niggas up.
Who was some of the players you was coming up with around the time, like high school?
Oh, some of my
Like
best
that you
friends.
was worried, like that you had to look out for.
You got to understand, shout out to these boys, Travis Leslie, Trey Tompkins, Terrell Bell, and Andrew Gottalock. Terrell Bell was one of those. He was a little better than us when we was young. He didn't make it as far as us, but all three of us, those other three names, we got drafted in the same draft, 2011, out of one region. There's 8 high schools in the region.
Yeah,
I can on that.
yeah.
Like for real. So it was like a real battlefield. And we was all in the same area.
Yeah.
That shit was within 5 miles.
That's crazy.
So that turns you up. You know what I mean? I'm sure. You know what I mean?
I mean, it turned me up to a point where I just had to make sure I was like
One of the ones.
So Providence is because of your New Jersey roots? How Providence come about?
All right. Put myself all the way out there. Providence was like more so one of them schools who I had bad grades in school. If we being real, I had bad grades in school. And then it was a guy named Steve DeMayo who he just stayed down with me when it was to the point where I definitely was going prep, right? And then my last time trying the SAT, you know how it was, the grading scale.
Yeah.
And then I just made somehow, by grace of God, I made it. And everybody else was just giving up on me. They was just on some shit like, we don't think he gonna make it. We don't think he gonna make that score that he gotta make. And I made the score. And Steve DeMayo was the only one who stayed down with me. So I kind of
Is kids still faced with that pressure, bro? Because I remember that was
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was like
it don't seem like
yeah, it don't. I remember that was like the biggest thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
SAT,
passing that
like,
SAT
yeah.
or ACT or
So getting to Providence, I know like seemed like you kind of turned up later. So talk about like the first couple years when it was like, you know.
When I first got it was crazy because when I first got to Providence, I was already playing with, it was 5 players on the team that already had 1,000 points in college.
Okay.
So like I'm playing with 21, 22-year-olds.
All right.
So when I got there, it was kind of like in a situation where I had to like really fall in place, like for real.
Figure that shit out.
So when I really became me, for real, they used to put the red jersey on me and be like, you,
you the scout.
Wesley
yeah.
Matthews.
That's what's up.
I hate that. You, my fault. You, buddy, or you the best player on the other team.
Yeah.
And then
You got to get busy.
it got to the point where they couldn't stop me, and I'm like, oh shit. But it took that.
yeah.
It took that.
But it took that for you
It took
and
that
the
for
coaches.
me. It took that for me. It got to
Okay.
the point where they really couldn't stop me.
You realize this shit like
That was
okay,
the thing.
it's time.
And it was the walk-ons and shit like that, like really like tapping me to the side, like, oh, hold on, you know you the best player on the team, right? And like, I'm like, it's the walk-on.
Yeah. Them the ones that always tell the truth.
Cause they watch
What
it.
they say is fact.
You know you the one, right? And I'm like, I ain't even always believe him.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Right, but once you believe, you turned up, and that's when your production went up, and that's
Nah,
when.
it wasn't even. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, in a sense, but like when they graduated,
Okay.
all them boys had to go. When they left, it was just me and a whole bunch of young boys at this time.
Okay. So you was the elder statesman, and you was able to do your thing.
I had a lot more time to do more.
Did you feel your game was like different from niggas though? Like around that time? Like everybody, I ain't talking about on your team, but like peers that had NBA kind of. Did you always look at your game like it was different though than niggas?
You gotta understand, bro. I was a 2-star recruit.
Yeah.
Like, so that shit, like, even me getting to Providence, that shit was just like, all right, I'm going to Providence. Boom. Let's pop it. And then it just, like, slowly happened, as you can see at the production.
Yeah, that shit.
It was like, boom, 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 boom. It kept happening. Like, for real, that shit just kept happening. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm on the draft board.
that no, I never would have like expected
Real
that
tough.
from
Real
like
tough.
how like efficient your game is, or just how like how sharp it is. You know what I'm saying? Because when you busted on the scene, like your senior year, and you was getting them 50s and 40s and all that, and the swagger was there. You know what I'm saying? So when I did my research looking at that, I'm like,
It came to
Damn.
me like my junior year. And like I averaged 14 my junior year. We had another nigga on my team.
them was big point. Hey, for our viewers, them was
yeah.
big points back then. It
Yeah.
wasn't everybody
14
shooting
was
like
crazy.
that.
And
14, you
this
was
the Big East too. This one is the Big East.
Yeah.
This is when it's the
Even now, 14 is good. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
good,
But back
yeah.
then, like
that was you hooping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it wasn't like I was averaging 14 on the team. That was like we weren't doing shit. So You know how it is. You got to stand out. And, my back end year is crazy because I went to Jersey. This is what I really did. I went to Jersey and I really locked in with a trainer named Larry.
Shout out Larry.
Yeah, shout out to Larry.
Larry got you right.
Man, by the time I came back, and it wasn't nothing but some confidence. Like I said, I ain't need nothing else but that. Even averaging for 14, I still needed to tell somebody, be like, hey, you that nigga, go get it.
League bound. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it takes sometimes, bro.
And you see I do it. What I do? Average 11 more points.
Yeah. And this is like
it wasn't all confidence, but it was more so like, hey, you the best player. E-boy can't f with you.
That's crazy. And this is like another story just, because we do have like a lot of high school, viewers who may think they behind or, you know what I'm saying, maybe worried about not getting a scholarship or barely getting a scholarship, bro. It's like you got to really lock in and get better because it's a lot of time. Yeah.
No, I take the stairs. You ain't always got to take the elevator.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
And I'll be real, bro, like, because you saying, like, you got your confidence, not you got your confidence, but when you start really realizing around your junior year, like, averaging 14 and then going into your senior year, I had my story is a little reverse where I was an All-American in high school. It's crazy, like, you were tapping into, like, your future around there. I was kind of burning out. Because I was already dealing with the politics around that time. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, Joe. At that point, I was just doing it.
Yeah.
Like I had been hooping since I was 4, 5 years old. So I was just doing it. Like now we in middle school. Now we in high school.
Now we in college. Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like,
exactly.
It was like more so that for me. Like I wasn't the best nigga on my high school team till I was in my junior year in high school.
Yeah.
My senior year in high school was the time where I led my team to a championship. I wasn't the best player on my team when I was a junior. I came off the bench as a junior.
Damn.
You came off the bench as a junior.
In high school?
In high school.
That's crazy.
Real talk.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
That's crazy.
That's motivation right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That means you've seen a lot of bullshit, too, a long time.
I went to a real good high school, but still, like, I'm a first round. I went first.
Yeah.
I went first round.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be coming off the bench.
You gotta talk about the 52 at Providence.
52?
Yeah, so, like, to lead into that, it's like, as far as having those first 2 years of it being slow and, you know what I'm saying, you figuring yourself out, then having a solid junior year, then you go to your senior year and you drop 52 points. That had to be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like a moment where it's like, people at home noticing and, you know what I'm saying? Like
agents
that,
and shit.
The
You know
respect,
what I'm saying?
the respect
it
is
had
like,
to be. It had to be different.
You gotta give it
right
up
then.
regardless.
Real talk. This is a true story. My mama, this is during the recession, 2011. I don't know if y'all felt that, but I did. Like, my mama called me and was on some shit like, hey. My mama had the same job for 10 years, bro. I'm calling her. I used to always call her just like, on some, check on my mama type shit.
Yeah.
She called me and was like, this is a true story, Loopy. They got me downstairs now. Now I'm picking up shit. Now she picking up boxes and shit. For real. She told me straight up.
Picking up boxes.
She was like, it got to the point where they knew I was finna go to the league. And they like, we finna just hold on till we could get out this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The day she called me and told me that I had 52. I had 52. That day.
When you heard that, it's like, okay,
I
I gotta
don't
get
even
it.
know. I was just on that. I was already on some kill shit, drill shit.
Right.
I was already on some kill mode, but like, whatever that shit did for me, that's when I had 52. I had 52 that day.
And did you notice, Like shit changed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? As far as like your status and your draft board, you know, jumping up.
I went to class the next day, and motherfuckers looking at me like this. I was uncomfortable in class.
Hey, Sports Center.
How was your game on the court after the 52? Like every game you played after that, how you feel? Like what was the difference?
At that point, I was already. That was February when I did that shit. So you know the season ended in March. So it wasn't like it was only like 8 months, 9 month game. At that point, I knew I was a pro. Like at that point, I'm just looking at the draft board, like, oh shit, they like that one.
Stop with that.
The first 8 minutes, I averaged 26, 24, 25, 26. Around that time, I'm like, why the fuck I ain't score yet? And then that shit just all came together at 35 in the second half.
You know what's crazy? I ain't watched the highlights in a long time. But that 52 wasn't no regular 52. Like college 52, you was really like, hit niggas was like Kobe, like, Kobe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Usually in college, a nigga get that many. He hitting them wide open trays and, you know, hit 7 threes in a row. Then you was really like, he was really jabbing.
Yeah, okay.
I like my 43 more than that 52, though. That 52, we was down the whole game. You know how that shit get. I was just scoring because I should have been a pro. I should have left the year before that.
That's real hooper talk. When niggas say,
you know
what I'm saying? Because you like certain shit you did in the game. Like, y'all like that one. I like.
I don't know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, okay. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that shit just meant more to me. Like they had Austin Freeman. You remember that? Was trying.
Yeah.
They liked him
he was in
at
the
that
Big
time.
East, man.
He
was in the
Austin
Big East.
Freeman, Chris Wright. At that time, all them boys was looked at at higher light than me.
Yeah.
At that point. So it was like, I wasn't tripping off cooking Tyler Hansborough, brother, and shit like that. Got my 52 was on, like, no disrespect to nobody.
Wasn't they calling you like Baby Kobe or something?
Some shit like that. You know that.
No, what was it exactly?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
And when it started.
It was the mini fro, bro. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? The armband.
When did the comparison
I really
start?
fucked with that boy, so it was like I started moving like him.
Yeah.
I really like Kobe.
Nah, bro, you got
Real talk.
Nah.
Like real obsession with Buddy.
So your transition to the league, like, talk about that as far as like, you know, the joy and then realizing like, okay, I made it, but now it's like right back to work. You know what I mean? And you back at the bottom of the, you know, totem pole type shit. So like, what was that like?
You know, when I first got into the league, I came into the lockout, and I got drafted to a real bad team, the New Jersey Nets. Like we probably won like 20 games, shit.
And that was right before they went to Brooklyn, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So they were trying to make a splash that next year, and that's when it kind of like changed for me, you know.
But your rookie year, what you do your rookie year? Talk about how it started off.
I mean, probably the best player on my team at that point.
Yeah, he was second team all rookie, right?
Played in the rookie game.
Yeah.
Shit.
What kind of experience do you think about that much?
What?
Actually getting to play in the rookie game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something like when you were a kid, you like
nah. Nope.
You ain't rock with that?
I mean, no.
It's crazy.
Hell no.
Rising Star Challenge.
Yeah, that's
I love that
something
motherfucking
like,
game. You know what I'm saying?
It was cool. There was some bright lights, but like, nah. Hell no.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was cool with or without it.
So what was like some of them highlights?
Yeah, you wanted your break. You wanted to go back.
Hell no. I needed to be there. They gave me like some type of satisfaction, but like, bro, you got. At that point, I was looking at niggas like, real. I was getting 17 a game in February. That's what I averaged. I was coming into All-Star break on that.
Mm-hmm.
As a rookie, that's tough.
Yeah, hell, that's a whole lot of points.
So at that point, I wasn't happy to be there. It was happy to have me.
Under that rookie contract, you know what I'm saying? All that production.
And then at that point, it was like, break Buddy down. He doing too much.
Yeah.
Too early. oh, he feeling this type shit. It got to that. It did get to that. And I ain't just saying that just to say it.
Yeah.
So how you handle that though? Like what you do? Did you act out? You fall back? Like what was your demeanor?
Felt bad. Probably should have never felt bad. Probably just should have met force with force.
Hey.
If we
It ain't really no way to really know what you know what I'm saying.
How
You
to
kind
really
of
play it.
hindsight. Is hindsight. You looking at it differently now. You know what I'm saying, but it's
You
like
ain't got no plan for how they react to how you. Good
I'm a
you
real
start
cool,
off playing.
chill ass nigga. Like that's just how I am, like naturally. So I walk around this motherfucker ain't cool with you. It got to the point where I was just like, I'm gonna go somewhere else, and that's when me and my nigga JC met up in Boston.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Met up in Boston. That
Shit like that.
nigga was on the treadmill as I was walking in. He said, it's banner 18 around this motherfucker.
They had us run them.
They got us working hard before training camp.
Damn. Y'all linked up. Y'all play the same position, both, two guards. How was that? How that happened? You know what I'm saying? Normally it'd be a little bit of smoke sometimes. Is it just real recognized real?
Well, it was. I mean, I knew from my end, I did know I was in the league a year before him, and my agent had to beg me to go. This was the time when the NBA was kind of transitioning to go before training camp. Like you used to just show up day of.
Yeah.
They started telling niggas to go before, and if you
Get
want
a
to
feel
start,
for
if you want to
vibes.
get your head because you in the league a year before him and you went before, so it was like you got a chance to start at the point. I knew that, but I was knowing like looking at the roster, the only
Shit got
person
so
I'm
crazy,
looking
bro.
at is him.
The shit got so crazy, and that's why we friends now. It got to the point where like we was so similar that we was competition. But he was the only nigga I could fuck with.
Right.
If that make any sense.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where I done myself that I was like, hey, bro, what'd I say? Tell him.
What about stop being Tupac or something?
No. When he was walking around, I said, hey, bro, I be on the same shit you on.
Oh yeah, look, this
What'd I say?
is so look, me and Petey was on this team too. Shout out Petey. So it's like the second, third day. I'm just leaving, because I'm on some competition shit still. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my spot. Me and Petey about to walk out the locker room. He say, "Hey, bro, I do the same shit y'all do."
Straight like that.
Yeah, I do
Them
the
niggas
same.
started dying laughing. I said, yeah, nigga, I want to hang out.
I do the same shit y'all
I'm in Boston right now.
That's how
link
our
up.
friendship started. Just like that.
He been knowing Petey could cook since then. Nigga, Petey cooked us a meal.
I invited y'all to
That
my
nigga,
crib.
Yeah, that nigga couldn't believe it.
I invited them niggas to my crib. They came to my house the first night.
Man.
Real nigga shit.
See, I only had that one season together. Was that
Man, we got traded together that year.
Yeah.
That was to the Pels, right?
No, to the Warriors.
To Warriors.
To the Warriors.
Yeah, we got traded.
yeah.
They called him in. They called me in. We on the same flight to Golden State, watching Golden State. Like we moving to the West Coast. Remember that flight? We was on that. Like we was
I
getting,
cried with my girl. Remember that? You don't
cried?
remember that?
I was there.
I came and told
That was the
them-
first day I was gonna be kicking it with y'all and shit. That nigga. And I got the news, I think either like right after the game or like I'm like, damn. How my nigga JC gonna come in this bitch?
Business part about it.
Yeah.
That Golden State shit was cool as hell though.
Which nobody is offended about. Lock in on that.
What?
You said what?
Which nobody is offended about. The
What?
business part about it.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But it was obvious that, like, you know what I'm saying, the talent he was couldn't be. Like, if you put him on the court, he gonna be the best player on the court. So you either got to keep him off of it, or you know what I'm saying. And then when we walked into Golden State, listen, y'all, we walked into Golden State. We was the 14th and 15th man
Hey,
on
that
the
shit
team.
was so cool.
It was.
I looked at him. I said, hey, bro, we might have the best
He
team.
said that. He said we might have the best team ever. It was Steph, Clay, Iguodala, Andrew Bogut, David Lee, Harrison Barnes,
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, me, him,
I was the 15th.
Yeah, it
and
was.
I don't even speak high.
Remember, we
15?
know. You know how.
God damn.
For sure.
That's a thing. Come on.
And you know what's crazy? Like what you just said, y'all was in that transitional era where it's like y'all could have played together. Like if it was like today's, NBA, you could throw y'all both out at the same time
With another
at
guard.
Boston. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, y'all would have been crazy. And I remember you had told me that you was like, dog, we really can win the chip. This is before the Warriors went on that run. You was like, we could really win the chip over here. I'm like, y'all can?
That team was good. It was a scrimmage we had in practice when me and him was on the team going against the first team.
We arguing.
He dunked some shit on the nigga backwards.
You dunked on a nigga backwards? You got that?
Shit like that.
No, what he did it was crazy.
I forgot. And that was fresh off. You remember Miami?
Yeah.
Good. We was on that.
No,
Came right back dunking on niggas.
Yeah, but we used to play 3-on-3 after practice every day. Them 3-on-3s used to be crazy.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
That's why I really like Mark Jackson. I'm gonna give him another job or some shit like that. I'm gonna give him a shout out. And he probably ain't never hear this shit, but I love Mark. That's one thing about Mark. That boy kept there.
What'd you love about Mark? What did he say?
Make you compete.
He make you compete.
He gonna
Any
make you
good words
compete.
for Mark?
Am I lying?
You seen his body language?
Yeah.
Keep the cameras on that.
Yeah.
Keep the cameras that
The
way.
camera was on doggy
Yeah,
vibe.
keep them cameras on there.
I feel like the way y'all game was, of course, Joe touched on it, like as far as playing now and the way the game has changed. What's your thoughts on that shit as far as the way the game sped up and it's like it kind of fit a player like you nowadays? You know what I mean?
You 6'5" now. When we got drafted, bro, you remember that? Like, you had to be 6'5" to be a shooting guard. Like, if you was 6'3", you was frowned upon if you was even at that position. Niggas is 6'5" at the 4 now.
Yep.
Like, for real. Like, now they playing the best guys. So I think, like I said, I think right now they playing, it's moving in the right direction. You playing the right guys at the right time.
I mean, if you put,
And if like me and you was moved in a situation like this, we'd thrive.
Yeah.
We'd thrive.
Yeah, nah, it'd be.
We're
It'd
fucking
be
be at the top of the
crazy.
key with niggas cutting off us. Back door.
With all them possessions in the game, it's crazy. And it ain't just scoring, it's controlling the game. And putting fear into the opponents, watching him come down.
All right.
Because he really big, and he really don't like me. I shoot over people. I shoot a bad shot. He want to get a layup.
Okay.
And so it is that getting a layup in this era, just like Shea a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he would get to just have the ball all game,
Play
that's
free.
what Shea doing.
That's what Shea is, kind of remind me of, like a mix between y'all two.
Yeah.
He do remind me of y'all two.
And Shea sitting top of the first place in the West,
Yeah.
18-5.
He's so cold.
Oh, with it.
He gonna be able to do this shit forever and a day.
I feel like Shea, like, is it his MVP year?
I don't know.
I know it's early, but like, let's talk MVP status. Let's kind of like talk about the league a little bit.
Maybe.
Could be. Hey, first place.
Maybe.
First place last
This
year.
might be the one.
I like when Giannis.
We
I
might
wanna
be
shout
in the
out
middle of
Giannis.
that right now. I think we are.
He brought up a good one with Giannis too.
I was gonna say
Yeah, I like
Giannis
when
and
he
them.
on.
They won
Only
8 of
'cause
their
he
last
care
10.
the most, though.
Who, Shea?
Yeah. He care.
Shea averaging like 29.
Shay care. Shay
He won them
10
ones.
times straight.
Before we talk about your MVP year over there, you know, like what was it? What's the vibes, man?
My MVP year wasn't necessarily my best year.
Okay,
For real.
but just the
we
vibes over
talking
there. You
about it.
rocked with it.
Huh?
I said you rock with the vibes over there.
Yeah. Fuck with Chinese.
What about it though? Like, cause you know, somebody like me,
It's
I
so
can't
hard to
imagine.
explain that. Like we
Okay.
had to talk all day, but like you gotta really imagine yourself hopping on a plane, going 18 hours that way.
Right.
First thing you gotta do is really just admire the culture. You gotta buy into it, because if you ain't gonna buy into it, you're gonna be miserable. Right? And it's all about the hoops. It's all about the hoops. It's 2 guys on each team. Real talk. If you don't like the guy on your team, and I've been in that situation where I ain't like the guy on my team, but it's just me and him. I'm kicking it with him, acting like I like him.
trying to like him, like, we just can't get
we
with
ain't
it.
got nothing in common. For real, that's the thing.
How you manage though to be over there all the time, and then I mean, you won, got chips, you got MVPs, you did all that shit.
It wasn't even, like I said, the MVP and like all that part about it. It was just more so. That shit was tough the whole time. It was hard. That shit was hard as because I ain't never go over there with nobody. Ain't nobody pull up on me.
But like as far as the playing style from, because you played in Italy before, and then going to China. Like from my experience, I like China more because it was more of a NBA, kind of close to playing to NBA compared to like Italy or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like so you could just do your thing.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
But in Europe, they want you to do your thing, but in the box.
Yeah.
Community in a sense. I hate it.
Yeah. And that's where I had some
Let
regrets.
me say that one more time.
Go ahead.
I hated Italy.
Italy?
Hated it.
Yeah.
Was it just the play style, or was it the environment as well, like your situation?
It was more so, it was the coach I was being coached by was tripping. I led the league in scoring, but it was just always weird. Like I could never be comfortable. Like not once. It was almost like he didn't want me to be comfortable in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing. Like he was just more. It was just more, and I still was getting 17 a pop. He didn't want me to be comfortable. Luka Banchi.
That's his name?
Yeah.
And then you transition to China, and now that shit wild.
Wayne Manning.
Then you transition to China, now that shit like it is. That shit like wild west a little bit.
So then I went to China, and at the time that shit was cool because I was 24, 25 at the time. You know how China is. Like it's just hoop.
You couldn't have, I looked at the first team you played in China. I think that we played for the same first team.
Jiangsu.
The Dragons.
Yeah. But I played there 3 years and I played in 2 different cities.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was in Nanjing.
I can't remember, bro. I was like one of the first niggas in China. So they were saying these cities and shit. I'm just like,
Look about
sure. I didn't even know.
Hey, man, nigga.
First nigga in China.
I was
the first nigga in China.
I was one of the
dog.
first niggas in China, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I first went over there, I'm like, dog, when I first went over there, dog, I went to like one of the rural areas when I landed, nigga. And when I landed at the airport, nigga, it was like, it was like 500
So you
people.
played with the same player, Ely, all them people.
The nigga that was on Rush Hour or something?
No.
The big nigga. I don't remember them niggas.
You trying to be funny.
No, it was one nigga.
These my people.
You thought
The big nigga played
I know
on
you
Rush
talking
Hour,
about-
bro.
you talking about Rush Hour, Rush Hour 3.
The one Chris Tucker fought.
Yeah. As far as leaving China, like, was it just because you was done with it? You ready to come back to the crib?
So back when you said leaving China,
Yeah. As far as like leaving China and wrapping it up
first
over
time?
there. Yeah.
so I don't know if you remembered it. I left China and I came back, and that was probably the coolest part of my career. Like to the
Came back
point
to the
where
Grizz.
I was like happy with what I had going on some real shit. I left. China used to end in like February and shit like that, like March,
yeah,
February.
yeah.
Like if you made the playoffs, like the most you could do was like March type shit.
Still
But
making
they were still
playoff
giving out
roster
10
and stuff.
days
Yeah.
at back that time. So I had caught on with the 10-day, and then I had started cooking. Everybody was a plate. It was way too easy.
No, yeah, that was one of the most amazing spurts. So you broke a record too, like you don't remember the record?
I had a dub every day.
Yeah.
No, for sure. On the 10 day.
That was the record. It was a dub every day. Every time I stepped on the court, I had a dub. Them niggas ain't seen me in like 6 years. It was a dub. Am I lying?
Easy dubs.
No, for sure. That shit was crazy.
It was dub every day. The first day I got, mind you, I couldn't even like practice. They was tripping. I couldn't practice off the strength that they was like, they weren't trying to let me practice. So I couldn't even like go shoot hoops. I came after not hooping for like 15 days. Bro.
And they just threw you in the game?
They threw me in the game.
No practice. That's
It was on
crazy.
the 10 day. My baby.
That's crazy. What did they ask you, like, as far as what you wanted from the situation?
I ain't know the plays or nothing. I just went out there and gave them niggas a dub. Them niggas ain't win for a month. And then I like started winning games for them. And they was like, they was trying to lose.
You was fucking up the tank.
Lock in on
I
that.
was fucking up the
You was
tank.
fucking up the tank.
They got Jaren Jackson instead of like some other nigga. For real. I got them niggas the 4th pick. They would have had the 1st pick.
That situation be crazy to me. Because after that, they ain't keep him next year, right?
Nah,
Yeah.
I came back the next year. And I was on like the 3rd team. I only came back, so boom. I came back after the Chinese season. So after I left the Chinese season, I came back, and it was only like 9 games left, and they signed me for them 9 games.
Got you. Okay.
And the next season, right?
Yeah,
And the next season.
and the next season. It was.
That's
2
why
years.
that year
I
he
signed
averaged
2
20
years.
points a year, 20 points a game that year. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I only averaged 20 for. It was a small spurt.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
wasn't-
But
it
for
wasn't
that,
much.
season, it got you down. It's 20 points a game. You know what I'm saying?
Then I came back.
Okay.
On that contract. And then I came back, and it was like, I was on the 3rd team.
You know how them polys work, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask about.
And
the
I
politics.
wasn't even tripping. All I wanted to do was compete for what I had going on.
Right.
At that point, it wasn't the shooting guard better on the roster. But then.
And then that team meeting you told me about Memphis, what happened during then? What happened in that team meeting in Memphis with?
At that time, I was tired of it. I told JB Bickenstaff, he the coach of the Detroit Pistons right now.
Pistons,
I
yeah.
told JB Bickenstaff, like, please just, at this point, and he know, just let me go. We talked about that. Like, just let me go. I'd rather be in China. Because at the time, I was making less money in the NBA than I was in China.
You was giving them an opportunity, huh?
No. What I told him was, I said, "Hey, bro, and this is the truth." What I told him was, "Hey, I'm here for the opportunity. If you don't want to give me the opportunity, I'm cool." I was 29 at the time. I hope that don't offend nobody, but yeah, I was like, "Just let me go."
And then the next day they traded you.
And called me Dylan Brooks. That was cool.
I'm still confused about that shit.
What?
sorry,
Exactly.
About when they called him Dylan Brooks and all that shit and all that crazy trade.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I honestly think that was a mistake.
I think you think it was a mistake. I think it was on purpose. I think they was just trying to make some headlines with some
Either way.
bullshit.
conversation.
That shit hurt my feelings, though.
You said it hurt your feelings?
Yeah. That was way too much. What the
Yeah, that be that shit they be on, man.
just off the strength that I could hoop.
I just went and did that. Y'all niggas know my name. They've been saying it in the arena the whole shit every time. They keep saying they off there every bucket.
Shit weird as hell.
Yeah, I thought that was hella disrespectful at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I really ain't like, I ain't never seen a mistake like that.
Oh, way too disrespectful. That was crazy.
And players like you gotta have your respect when it comes to the NBA, because the basketball world, when they look at you hoop, they gonna respect it right away. So it's important they do that, man.
I get respect from my peers. It be them niggas from up top.
Sometimes it just matter, just like he said.
Ain't too many niggas that's gonna be like, hey, that nigga sorry.
You said that nigga what?
I don't like his game. Or like, I had my way with him.
Yeah.
Even in that sense.
That's what you can live with, because the rest of the shit is fake. To me, you know what I'm saying? If I can look in your eyes and you know what it is, I don't care about the inside hoops or the ear. You know what I'm saying? Or that shit, nigga. Like, that shit fake anyway, and that shit fickle. You know what I'm saying? That's what them niggas be living on, and then when they don't get it, now they can't walk around this motherfucker and ask a girl, do they want to drink?
Yeah, but putting your best,
You feel me?
Oh, God.
Like that.
putting your best foot forward, though. That's why them Memphis boys, they can't take that from you, because all them 20-point games on the 10-day, that shit was crazy.
Do you still hold on to the dream once you done been in the league and then been through the bullshit, go overseas, come back, and that shit over with? You ain't really, it was just.
For me, I got over that shit early because that shit would mistreat me.
Yeah.
That shit was just like, it was mistreating me the whole time.
Once you let that go.
By the time I was 25, 26, I'm like, I'm better than all these niggas, and these niggas playing basketball. Then came back, showed the niggas I was better than them niggas, and they still wanted to play these niggas in front of me. I'm like, what the f?
That's when you like, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I got my closure from the league.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And at that point, it was just more so about me. I'm like, I'm just trying to stack this shit for me and my son.
Yep.
I think like your upbringing and like your young years too, as far as the the slow development, as far as being behind, it helped you deal with shit like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could look at it and you've been there before, like it wasn't gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because for me,
for a real nigga shit, I'm just happy with what I could get.
Yeah. Cause some shit was, you know what's the hardest shit for me to deal with when niggas say? Control what you can control.
Why?
Huh?
Why mess with you? Yeah.
Like, cause that might not be nothing.
Right.
If that motherfucker GM controlling the shit and I got, you know what I'm saying?
You just gotta, I mean,
I just gotta bend over and take it in the ass. We can beep that. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, yo, yeah, I feel you. Pause.
You said busted on the scene earlier, too. It's kind of crazy.
I'm glad you got that. Because you here, man, we got to talk about the Pistons, man.
mm-hmm.
I know y'all turned up. Y'all boy Jaden Ivey going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been fans for a long, well, you've been fans for a long time.
A real long time.
I love Jay Ivey though.
Me too, but my man Joe, you know what I'm saying, took a little longer than
we
usual.
can't put that on camera. Yeah. Look, no, that boy cold.
That win against the Knicks, that for sure was like a we here type win.
A triple-double.
Yeah, that was
like the first time I beat the Knicks in like 16 games, bro. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
So after that game, they asked K, you think you're an all-star? What you think K said?
What you say?
He said, hell yeah.
He said, hell yeah, I'm an all-star. When I'm on the court, I'm the best player on the court.
On any court?
I fuck with K for feeling like that.
I think.
What's y'all thoughts on that?
I like that. That's the energy we need.
That's exactly what we need.
That's what we need.
And that ain't the energy I deserve.
That's not the energy you deserve?
Y'all, as Detroit.
Why? Why? Why?
I like Jaden Ivey. I'm sorry.
Jaden Ivey Motors, that mug, yeah,
I need each other.
I do think they working well with each other, like as far as they development on the court at the same time.
Working well together.
Why you say that? What you saying?
Jay need the ball. If you want me to say it.
Yeah, hell
he get the flying around when he get that motherfucker. It's easy for him.
Some of that game, when it ain't fly around time, who you want to have the ball? Still fly around, man? Okay.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
I'm going Okay. I like both of them, though. They got to play off each other. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah, I do too.
They're getting a lot of time together, whereas last year with Monty Williams, he wasn't playing them
I
together.
don't think they could coexist.
You know why I do think they can? Because I do think Jaden has similarities to Westbrook, but I do think he's more strategic than Westbrook. Like, he know how to pick his spots a little bit and be effective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes certain shots.
Westbrook?
Huh?
Why are you talking about Westbrook?
Because his athletic ability is similar. Just like you said, he fly around. That's how Westbrook is.
But he don't even think like Westbrook. Like, he kind of like cooler than Westbrook.
But that's why I say he's more strategic. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said that. Like, he does have the capability to, like, think the game a little differently. You know what I'm saying? But you still, it's like certain players with that gift, like John.
If he was Westbrook, this should have been over with.
It looked over with last year.
But that's what I'm saying. The first 2 years, it did look over with because of I felt like the certain coaching staff he was under. That shit matter a lot. Like, if you under a certain coaching staff and they don't put you in the right places, when you gotta, now, you know what I'm saying, when you got a certain skill, like talent like that as far as speed, when you in a tough situation and then your best thing is speed, you might crash out because you ain't got the certain freedom to test that speed and when to use it and not.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I think now he has that freedom to be able to test it and know when to pull back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about Jaden.
And he's finally playing a meaningful game.
And the match with Cade got going on. Because with Cade, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Cade be like a yin and yang. Cade be chilling sometimes.
Cade is like that, but
Cade can play with anybody, I feel like.
gotta be able to win with Cade.
So do y'all think we make the playoffs and the play-in? 10 seed or better?
It's a
Like
long
11
season.
right now. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Man, y'all niggas better get behind the Lions.
Right.
Yeah, you talking
We own
about?
that.
Hold on. Did I say that?
I do think they could make it, but they also, I think this year they lose.
They got a chance?
I think they're gonna lose the teams that's under them just as much as over.
The Pistons got a chance on
I think they
They're in like 11 spot right
they in
now.
11th spot. I think they got
I
a
forgot they getting
A little play-in shit,
15
yeah.
niggas now.
I think they got a chance. I do think they're a young team and it's a long season. And once they make it to All-Star break, they gonna have the steam to like finish strong. You know what I'm saying?
I do got a lot of talent though. I ain't gonna cap. Cade, you got Jaden.
Jalen Duran,
You
too.
got the what's the young boy they just drafted this year?
Ron
like
Holland
him.
the third or second. Ron
Play
Holland.
hard as
Yeah. He remind me of Sarah
He's still
Thomas.
in college.
He'll be out there fighting for
As
that
long as
rock.
he keep that up. That's
Do you
gonna
like
be
him
good.
more than the twin?
I like them twins.
Yeah.
We can't play. I feel like we can't play both of them. I don't
One
know.
thing about it.
Cannot.
You right. You right.
Can't play
Not
both
play
of them.
both of them at the same
If I
time.
gotta play
You
one,
can't have two niggas like that.
Let's kind of run through because we at the end of this episode. But I got a couple things. Y'all talk about it if y'all want to, say, add to it. CP3 passed J Kidd and is now number 2 on the all-time assist list. I feel like that's worth applauding, but it's like, what's y'all thoughts on that?
Most definitely worth applauding.
Yeah, that's
You know
big
what I'm
time. That's big
saying? Yeah,
time.
you've been in the league for a long time.
You said what?
Say something, bro. What you
Give me
say?
Tony Parker.
Him or Tony Parker?
Who you think better, CP3 or Tony Parker?
CP3. I don't fuck with Tony Parker like that, though.
Yeah.
I think I might go Tony Parker. I ain't
You
gonna lie.
want him?
I'm gonna go. I go with the winners, bro. I go with a winner at the end of the day.
Matt, CP3 or Tony Parker?
His hands down? I don't like CP3 either. I ain't gonna lie, but I got him over Tony.
Well, hold on, we supposed to be congratulating this.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Nah, CP, good. Hats off to CP3, bro.
Yeah, hats off to CP.
Hats
man.
off to
I don't
CP,
give a fuck
man.
about no stat. That's one thing about it. My eyes work.
So you say TP all day?
What?
All day.
I ain't gonna lie.
You think Tony Parker? You think?
I ain't gonna lie. I need to see Tony Parker on another team too to see how he
Without
plays.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, but I'll take Tony Parker if you just ask if I'm just picking.
Tony Parker lightweight.
You don't need to see no more than you seen.
Tony Parker
You don't need
lightweight
to see no
crazy.
more than you seen, bro.
Say that again.
Tony
I
Parker,
said you don't need to
he
see
lightweight
no more
crazy.
You seen that
He
nigga
lightweight
showed
crazy.
you everything you
Oh
need
yeah,
to
he
see.
niggas and shit.
CP.
Hey, he crazy.
No, but he got that swagger.
Yeah, no, he killed. But if I don't like either one of them.
That shit
Kinda.
close as fuck.
It's close, but yeah, I mean,
That shit close as hell.
I f with NOCP.
about OKC CP, he was different too.
I f with OKC.
He would have had just as much as success
Vice
on
versa.
that type of time, but like he just wasn't in that situation.
I mean, he had great
But
opportunities
let's
too.
talk about it. Let's talk about
no,
though.
no, CP had great
Let's talk about
opportunities.
though. Shit, we won in that situation.
No, for sure. CP had great opportunity, but when you, I mean, yeah.
The only thing that disturbs me about CP is when they always want to throw that trade to the Lakers shit. Like, I'll be like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
That was a big deal.
could've
though.
Huh?
That was a big deal.
Why would that be a big deal? I don't
He
think
would have won one with Kobe.
Hell no.
it'd be touchy to say certain stuff about Kobe. Like, I don't know. I don't know if Kobe really liked point guards. Do you really like? Do you really like point guards? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
You know,
Yeah,
like
you feel
a
me?
scoring nigga don't. It's like, dog, come on, he's up.
Not
give me the
one of
rock.
them point guards.
You know what I'm
really,
saying?
the whole time.
Yeah, like, dog, I don't.
Where it's running
You
through
doing
me.
too much, bro.
Yeah, nigga that's doing this.
Yeah,
Run that-
go down.
Run that pen down. That's all you doing. Pen
Like,
down.
Right.
Kobe wasn't having that shit, bro.
You right. I ain't finna argue with that. You right. I can't stand a nigga trying to control the game.
Control of the pace.
What the fuck?
All right, so look, the trade season is about to start. As of December 15th, 85 players are not eligible to be traded that recently signed. Y'all see anybody, any moves, any teams that y'all, want to predict some movement around here?
Milwaukee got to do something.
Milwaukee need to do something.
They got to do something.
I want to see Zach LaVine get the fuck out of there.
Van
Yes.
woman to be
Boys,
going
yes.
out.
Yeah,
What about the
How good
Timberwolves?
is he?
man.
Oh my god.
Where would you want to see him?
He looked so hard to guard.
I can't remember.
Like,
It was-
when it come to like a nigga that's hard to guard. Zach LaVine.
You know who need him?
He
know
he
who need
coming
him?
hezzy, boy. What?
Knicks.
Knicks need him.
Let him go to the Knicks, bro.
Knicks need him.
Who?
I like him
Zach.
with the Knicks.
They ain't got no money.
Hey, what they gonna do, Josh?
Josh and McHale, man.
Ship
Get them niggas up
get
out
them
of there.
niggas the f out. That shit ain't working. Get
Get them
Zachy,
niggas
man.
up. Zach
Talk about,
LaVine and Cat, that's some scoring motherfuckers.
With
Running
Brunson?
back?
That's
Yeah,
gonna make
boy,
Brunson
like
colder,
that.
all that shit.
I like that.
That boy like that.
They better do that.
Like when it comes to somebody that's just look hard to guard,
Mm.
he running fast and jumping high.
And then at the end of the
Stepping
day, he'll
back.
just shoot it in the
Yeah.
rim.
Yeah, right. And he
Exactly.
He don't. He look like one of them.
Throw it in the rim. Like,
He look like one of them niggas that don't understand shit talk. Like if you talk shit to him, he just gonna. You know what I'm saying? He one of them
playing.
niggas.
jump over your ass. Talk shit to him.
I see him talk about
Throwing that
teams
bitch
calling
between
on
his
Bron. I
legs.
think that's cat.
You said what?
I said they said teams calling asking about LeBron's availability. I think that's cat. What y'all think?
Let's see
I
what
would want to know what Brooks think about it because he's a Brian guy, man.
know that.
Right. So yeah, just the state of Brian right now. You know
Him
what
and
I'm
JJ
saying?
not breaking up. That's how I feel.
I don't think so either.
What?
They saying he getting older. He did come back with the, that triple dub and all that. You know what I'm
He
saying?
sat out a game too. He was trying to play all 82. He started
He was
sitting out.
tripping,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was tripping with that one. That's the Kobe shit that what Kobe was trying to do. You get older, you be like, nah, nigga, I am still young.
I mean, shit. If you want to do that,
I say the Warriors called about
that'd
him
be
last.
kind of lame to do it. First of all, you got to trade Bron somewhere he want to go.
Right.
Right.
Bron
Right.
traded
He don't
himself.
want to go nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, he in control of that trade.
He in complete
We
control.
can't do that.
I ain't never seen a nigga get a
Yeah,
coach
just
like
Let
that.
that boy go on out the way he
Start
want
a
to go out.
podcast
And then completely stop the podcast.
out of
Bitch
nowhere.
ain't still
like,
going
right.
on.
That
nigga
whole
got,
purpose was
that nigga got his young Elon
The
Musk
realest
on,
part
huh?
about the whole situation, hey, the realest part about the whole situation is though JJ know that.
He knew that.
JJ know that.
Know what?
it's Bron shit.
JJ read it. Yeah, he know like that's my boy. We gonna do this shit the right way.
Do they got a shot though? We ain't talk about them last week. Do they got any shot?
Was AD crying the other day? He was crying.
A shot at what?
Shot at being like contending.
Hell no.
I don't see him
A
getting
shot at being at what?
Contender.
shit, getting out the play in.
They don't have. They don't.
It's over with.
They need that. They need that backcourt situation.
I thought we
Like
was
the
all
Austin
on the same
Reeves
page
and-
They
about
need
that.
Zach LaVine.
They need Zach LaVine.
They need Zach LaVine.
They need. But
They need
you know,
something.
they need Zach LaVine. Everybody needs Zach LaVine.
I can see D'Lo getting up out of there.
Huh?
I can see
Without
D'Lo
due
getting up
respect.
out of there.
Without
Or if Austin Reeves step up, y'all guy.
AR-15
I fuck with Austin too. Man, that shit ain't happening to the team.
at all.
I guess I see you next lifetime.
I don't want him to be, but it's I say one more year after this one.
Yeah, he just got to make sure he gets some players that make him not look. Oh, he can't be pushing that ball up the court
Right.
and trying to get past these young
Yeah.
guys. Hell no. He be looking cold when he be
still
starting
wanna
at
do
the
that, though.
photo.
He
love
still
it.
want to do that though.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about the Bucks. They kind of got their stuff back together. Let's talk about 76ers before we get out of here. They won 4 of the last 5. Joel Embiid just came back on Sunday. They got any shot to kind of get back relevant and make the playoffs?
It'd
Paul
be
George
hard for
and
me
them?
to speak on that.
You said what?
I said it'd be hard for me to speak on that just because I ain't even know Joel Embiid. He hooper.
He had 31. Burst the Bulls, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is their first time playing together for real. Him, Paul George, and Maxey.
I forgot.
It's going to come down to PG. If PG, well, Joel Embiid got some shit going on too. We got to lock in.
Yeah. He was
PG
complaining
gotta
saying
wanna win.
the knee is depressing or miserable or something like that.
His knee is.
Yeah, dealing with it. You know what I mean? And all that.
Speaking on Joel Embiid, you always have to bring up Jokic too.
Averaging triple-double.
That's somebody we forgetting about this MVP race right
Nah,
now.
he for sure. He might be
What that
MVP
say?
too.
I got Jokic.
Oh, he the best
Yeah.
He
player.
averaging 32, 13, 12.
Joel Embiid probably the best player. Like, if we talking about it,
Yeah, and I just don't like what
He's
on.
not available though.
I don't
enough.
like what he on.
you right.
Y'all all play in the league. How would y'all feel about your teammate having a podcast? Like, why y'all actively playing?
That's out.
He ain't rocking with it.
That's all.
Hell nah, I feel weird talking right now.
Hey, I got one last question for you, Brooks.
Yeah.
Who is the most professional teammate you ever played with?
The most professional teammate.
Yeah.
What the f does that even mean?
Why would he answer that? He's stupid.
No, that's the best question you ever asked. Man, I like Ray John Rondo.
That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, that
John Rondo.
no. Hey, Brooks. I'm talking about between Garrett Temple, and Ken Bazemore. Who was more professional, Brooks?
What he say?
We out, bruh. We out, man.
hey, look. We finna sign off. Listen, I'm Uncle Smooth. I got the gang with me. Got MarShon Brooks in here, man.
Man, it's a pleasure, Brooks.
Appreciate you, bro.
Man.
Any final words?
Real the whole time.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, we out, man. No blood, no fire.